On today's show, yo, what's going on, guys? The Kitty G on EGTV, and we're back again with another video. A lot of things have happened since we last spoke. A lot has happened, so we're going to get into it. The Dusan Vlahovic deal looks like it's completely off the table, and he's going to Juventus, as we last heard. The Bruno Guimaraes situation is getting very, very shaky. Look, yesterday, reports came out that he was going to Newcastle. Today, reports came out that LYON have denied the deal is even on the table for Newcastle. Rumor has it that Alexander Isak might be too difficult to get, and a certain journalist said that Arsenal are going to have trouble trying to attract Alexander Isak to Arsenal. In addition to that, we're going to get into Arthur Melo, Granit Xhaka, Aubameyang being left at home alone by himself. We're going to get into so many things, but before we get any further, do me a favor, guys, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. And this is going to be a quick little video today. Obviously, we're going to have a lot to cover, so I'm going to try to get as much of it sorted out and informing you guys of everything that's going on at Arsenal. But before we go any further, let's say shout out to all the people who've been subscribing to the channel. We're so close to getting to 10K subscribers. It's actually so close. I can feel it. We're only 180 subscribers away from getting to 10K. That's a massive, massive accomplishment. If you guys could help me get there, I really do appreciate it. The one way you could help me is by hitting that like button. Every like helps the channel. Even if you can't submit a super chat or if you can't leave a comment, you can hit a like, and that helps me out a lot. But yeah, let's get the show started. First, let's say happy birthday to Nuno Tavares. It's Nuno Tavares' birthday today, so happy birthday to Nuno Tavares. Since he's joined Arsenal, I did not expect him to be as good as he actually became. He played well in some of the games, and some of the games he struggled, but you know what? Shout out to Nuno. Happy birthday to Nuno. You know what? And hopefully long life for Nuno Tavares, and he does well at Arsenal and his time at Arsenal. Since he signed, I did not know anything about him, and I'm happy to say he's been a decent signing. He high potential. Hopefully we can see more from him in the near future, and he can give us what we need going forward from that position, in that backup left back position. But yeah, enough about Nuno Tavares. Shout out to the comment section. We got Big Gunners in the house saying what's up. We got Hulk, first guy in the chat. First one in the chat, first one here, like a boss. Big up to my guy. Semantics FC in the house saying big up Egal. Whoop. Yo, what's good? We even got a Chelsea fan. Yo, I see what you did, Egal. Sosa, what's good, Sosa? How you doing, Sosa? Semantics in the house. And everybody else, we got about 15 people in the chat. Do me a favor, guys. We got 15 people in the chat, and we only got like 4 or 5 likes. You guys could do better than that. Now we got 20 people in the chat. You guys could do better than that. Hit those like buttons, guys. But yeah, let's get this show started. We're going to first talk about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And if you guys don't know what happened with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, I'm going to tell you guys right now. It's the situation with, and also if you want to join, the link is in the chat. You can join right on in. But first topic, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. What is going on with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang? Let's find out what's going on with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. 1 second, let me just get this up. Yeah, so timestamp for 4:51. Oh no, I'll just do it 5. Do it for 5. There we go. Sorry guys, doing some admin stuff, but yeah. So Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the situation with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is very clear. Arsenal are looking to move him on, and the Telegraph today have reported that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has been left at home as the squad traveled together to go to Dubai for training. I know it's usually considered warm training, but I just came back from Dubai. I can tell you it is not as warm as people want you to believe it is. It's actually not that warm at all. A lot of people are running around with jackets over there right now. But yeah, it's not as cold as here in the UK or anywhere in North America. But of course, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, a shock move that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has been left at home as the rest of the squad is headed to Dubai. Now, what does this tell you? Does this tell you that the club does not want Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang around? Does the club tell you something? What does it tell you? Because I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused what Sosa is talking about. Sosa, I have no idea what you're chatting about, bro. I have no idea what you're chatting about. Sosa, but I'm going to have to figure that out in due time. Put my hands up. I was wrong. Vlahovic, did you see it looked like he was off? Yeah, definitely. It definitely looked like it's off now. It definitely looks like it's off. Sosa, let me know what you're chatting about because I have no idea. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, do you want Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang back into this team? Because some people are saying he's being harshly treated, such as my guy Lee Gunnar said on the Football Terrace the other day. Aubameyang's being harshly treated and should be brought back into the team. Some people are saying we are playing better without Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and we don't need him in the team. And the longer he's out of the team, the better, because of his character and the way he's been performing. He was absolutely missing sitters prior to this. So my point to you guys is, what do we do with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang? Do we give him a chance, or do we think Wilshere traveled to Dubai and not Aubameyang? Arteta is a clown. That's what Top Man says. Yes, Wilshere has traveled probably. Who knows? I haven't seen any images or anything of the squad over there in Dubai, but I would assume that everyone who's training and is part of the first team squad would travel. Wilshere is not part of the first team squad, so I doubt that he would be traveling. Did you see him wave? He was saying goodbye. Top Gunner said, yes, when he was waving, he was saying goodbye. He said goodbye to Fiorentina. He hasn't played a game since for Fiorentina. Regardless if he was saying goodbye to Arsenal, he was saying goodbye to somebody. He was saying goodbye because he was leaving, right? I can't see Aubameyang leaving for Saudi Arabia, for Saudi team, but sometimes money talks. Definitely money talks. And if Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is given a good contract and a good offer, he might go. But I feel like he still believes he could play at the top level at a top club. That is the situation. Wilshere's gone to Dubai. I don't think Wilshere's gone to Dubai. I think Top Man is just a little. That's a little joke. That's funny though. It would be funny. Imagine we see pictures of Wilshere in Dubai, but we don't see Aubameyang. That would be funny. I can't believe that Wilshere's in Dubai. What if he just went for himself? Anyways, I don't think they would send him with the club. Come on, I think that's just trolling. But yeah, enough about that. Moving on to the next topic. The next topic we're going to talk about is Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka. Go baby. I don't know how that goes. But yeah, let's talk about it. So Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's situation is sorted. Now let's talk about the Granit Xhaka situation. The Granit Xhaka situation is a little bit more complicated, guys. Granit Xhaka should have been leaving this club a long time ago, especially in the summer when we had a deal with Roma to sort out. But we did not negotiate with Roma and just accepted their first bid. And then they came back and said, oh, so you're going to just accept the first bid? We're going to now lower the bid from the original 18 million euros to now like 15 or whatever. They ended up offering 12 later on. So that's where we got into this big problem with Roma. Roma ended up lowering their bid. Roma ended up spitting in our face by saying, you know what, we've agreed on a contract, we've agreed on a deal for Xhaka, but we now renege on that deal and want to give you a lower offer. But now what they're saying is that Granit Xhaka could be headed back to Roma, as Roma have ignited their interest and are re-interested in Granit Xhaka. Reports coming out of Italy today that Arsenal midfielder on loan with an option to buy for Granit Xhaka. Now, I don't think this could be something that we would do right now in the January window. It makes absolutely no sense why we would get rid of Granit Xhaka. We're already short on midfielders. I don't think we would get rid of Granit Xhaka, but would some of you guys be okay to let Granit Xhaka go in the January window? Because I think that's ridiculous. With the short time we have to sign midfielders, there's no way we're getting 2 midfielder signings through the door. And if Granit Xhaka was to leave in this window, we would be harming ourselves more than helping ourselves. If he was sold in the summer, that's a different situation. But a loan with an option to buy, that's the reports coming out of Italy today. It makes absolutely no sense. I can't really believe any of these reports, honestly, when it comes to Granit Xhaka being sold with or being loaned out with an option to buy, because we've seen this happen before. The Italian media are profoundly known for pushing narratives for certain teams, just like the Spanish media are known for pushing narratives for certain teams. So I don't think this is going to happen. I don't think this is going to happen for 1 second, not for 1 second. But what I do believe that I've been hearing that makes sense is a certain replacement being linked to us. Yes, a certain Ruben Neves has been linked to Arsenal. And the reason why Ruben Neves has been linked to Arsenal as a Granit Xhaka replacement. Now, just before I go to the comment section, I want to know, with the Granit Xhaka situation being as it is, would you guys take Ruben Neves as a Granit Xhaka replacement? Because in my opinion, he's definitely an upgrade on Granit Xhaka. Forget about the mobility and everything else. When I look at Granit Xhaka and how he's performed at his time at Arsenal, and I look at Ruben Neves and how he's performed at his time at Wolves, I think Ruben Neves is definitely a step up. Ruben Neves overseen Wolves go from the Championship to being a consistent Premier League side. Week in, week out, he has been performing, and this was a guy who was originally a wonder kid when he came from Portugal. So I'm saying it was a shock when he joined Wolves in the first place, being how much of a talent he was, and just a couple of years down the line, if he was to move to another big team, we would see how valuable he is. So I think Ruben Neves is a quality midfielder, and I would take him. But here's my crazy take. Just follow along. If Ruben Neves is the guy we're going after, absolutely love him. Great player. But if you have an opportunity to take a shot or take a chance at a Declan Rice or a Frankie de Jong or a Tukameni, and you have an opportunity to just test the waters, see if we can submit a bid or do something, even if we know that the player might not be 100% interested, let's try to attract the player, see what he's saying. Because if Ruben Neves is in the back pocket as a possible signing, we know we can get the deal done. Don't worry, hold off on it. Try to see if you can get a better player first, and then come back to it as your plan B. I don't think Ruben Neves should be your plan A, but I still think he is a quality player. And if he did come, I would absolutely take him. But try testing the waters with a Frankie de Jong or a Declan Rice or a Tukameni. Just see what happens, right? And then come back to Ruben Neves afterwards, because that's my take. But yeah, let's see what some of you guys in the comment section are saying. Big up to the people in the chat. We're saying he's their B. They would take Osimhen. Okay. Bruno is going to Newcastle. Yeah, probably. Nonsense, my guy's saying. Where are the replacements? Where are the replacements, Edu? Yo, Edu right now is catching bare heat, and I love it because I'm Edu out. I've been Edu out. Big up Nippin in the house. Big up Nippin in the house. Khalid saying, yo, what's good, semantics? Arteta and Edu are the replacements. Man, what are you gonna do? Neves will cost 40 million easy. Good luck. We'll have to see. If Wolves are still going through their financial struggles, we could possibly get him on a discounted price. You never know. Sell Xhaka, the slag. We need quality replacements, definitely. Ruben Neves, 100%, but we won't get him. Ooh, we won't get him. Why won't we get him? Why can't we get him? Explain to me. Explain to me why you think we cannot attract a Ruben Neves. Because in my opinion, Ruben Neves is not the highest of the highest levels that we should be worrying about that we cannot attract. I think we could possibly attract him quite easily if we did it the right way. I'm not too worried about not being able to attract a player of his ilk. I think we would be easily able to attract a Ruben Neves. We were able to attract him in the summer. We just didn't get the deal over the line. He wanted to join Arsenal. Big up, Blaze. Big up, Blaze. Spoke to you on Twitter yesterday. Rice, LOL. Bro, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious when I say Rice. Tukameni in the summer, if you get Champions League, definitely. Tukameni won't join Arsenal, says Sosa. You never know, my guy. You never know. Rice, no one wants Rice. Got Rice at home. Factos. You guys don't rate Rice? You guys don't rate Declan Rice? Come on. Come on. You don't rate Declan Rice? It would be a panic buy. You think Ruben Neves would be a panic buy? Interesting. Might as well call up Ian Wright for Dubai. Yeah, my guy Gunner, big Gunner doing a madness. But yo, Ruben Neves, yes or no? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Let me know, because we already know everybody's okay to sell Xhaka. It just doesn't make sense to sell him in the January window. But thumbs up or thumbs down on Tukameni? Let me know. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Realistically, for me, I would take Tukameni. I would take Declan Rice. I would take all these guys. But Ruben Neves, absolute baller. But let's see if we can get those better players first. If we can get the better... Oh, Calvin Phillips too. Try Calvin Phillips. But yeah, if we can get any of those guys before we get a Ruben Neves, I'll take any of them. But if we go for Ruben Neves, I'll still be okay with Ruben Neves. I think Ruben Neves is an absolute baller. I think he's a good quality player. I think he gets understated. But yeah, what are you guys saying? You guys are saying yes, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs down for Ruben Neves. Blaze, big up, bro. Tim's in the house. Big up, Tim, you know. Tim's doing his thing. Calvin Phillips, my guy, says, you know what? We're going to have to go for a top midfielder, though, first. We're going to have to go for a top midfielder eventually. The moment we get a top midfielder is the moment we're going to be in a better situation as a footballing club. And I honestly do believe it. But yeah, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get on to the saga. The next saga is interesting. This is interesting. Yo, shit got interesting last night. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Bruno. Let's talk about Bruno Guimaraes, guys. Let's talk about Bruno Guimaraes. This now is definitely a file that we need to discuss. Bruno Guimaraes update. It's very, very interesting what's happened. So let me clarify what's going on, okay? Let me clarify what's going on. So Bruno Guimaraes situation. Where do I begin? There's so much going on with the Bruno Guimaraes situation. It's just crazy in my opinion. But I'm gonna start by telling you guys this. Bruno Guimaraes is linked to Newcastle United. Yes, Bruno Guimaraes is linked to Newcastle United. As of last night, the report came out that he was headed to Newcastle. Yesterday, around between 8 to 10 p.m., reports were going crazy that Bruno Guimaraes was going to be signing a deal and going to Newcastle. Reports were that the deal was going to cost around 40 million euros. The reports also were that he was going to make around 60K a week, right? He was going to a team that has tried to sign numerous players on the same day, right? Newcastle United are not playing games, right? Yesterday, they tried the thing of all things, right? And just so you guys know, I was looking at it. Newcastle yesterday alone, Newcastle tried to sign Jesse Lingard. They tried to sign Zapata. They tried to sign Bruno Guimaraes and they tried to sign Carlos. They tried to sign 4 players yesterday alone. They tried to sign a center back, a midfielder, a striker, and another midfielder, all in one day. Newcastle United are not playing games. They're actually crazy. Actually crazy. Imagine that. Trying to sign 4 players in one day. Newcastle they mean business. Yo, we got Jonathan in the house. Jonathan, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Is this the same Jonathan? You changed your background today. No colorful picture.
No, no, no. I don't think it's me. Yeah,
Oh, it's a
probably
different
someone
Jonathan.
else. Yeah, yeah. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. What do you think about the Bruno Guimaraes thing to Newcastle, man? Crazy.
Yeah. It's not good, man. No good for us, cause we definitely need a midfielder for sure. And if he was actually available for that price, knowing what all the claims that they are available, that hey, we have that type of money to go in for Vlahovic. I I feel like that's something we could have that money something we could have used, to get a midfielder like this if he was available right now, you know. And I mean, from what I hear, um Leon has accepted the bid, but I'm not quite sure yet. Do you know if the player is ready to has also accepted to go to Newcastle?
I don't know about that, but one thing I do know is, let me show you. Leon are historically known for chatting shit and coming out and saying stuff, reneging statements, or making things extremely difficult, as they did today. If you've seen Fabrizio Romano and everybody reported that this deal was happening, and
Yeah.
then out of nowhere this morning, Leon came out with this statement where they were saying this is fully denying everything. So
Mm,
in this, let me, obviously this is in French.
yeah.
Let me get the English version up. They basically said in this that they believe that, here we go. Leon deny an agreement with Real Madrid over Ferland Mendy. They've done this
Mm-hmm.
before, and Ferland Mendy ended up going on leaving that time. And then
Mm-hmm.
this time, what happens? Leon today released this statement where they said something about the Bruno Guimaraes deal. Leon today said, categorically deny the false information dismissed by many media reports, an agreement between Newcastle and Olympic Lyon. The transfer, Brazilian international. Bruno Guimaraes. So basically saying that this deal is not happening. Newcastle are not getting the player. And then at that point you think, oh, what's going on? Why are Newcastle not getting the player? How is this even happening? How is the deal being reneged or publicly being put out like this? What's going on with the Bruno Guimaraes situation? But reports are Arsenal are still not done trying to sign the player. I don't believe that, because last night Gunner Blog said, of course you're an Arsenal fan, right?
Yeah.
Gunner Blog, if you know who he is, the same guy who's on Ars blog. One second, let me get it up. Gunner Blog was talking, and he was Gunner Blog was talking, and he was saying that he felt like Arsenal have other targets in place. They would not have tried to sign him if they would not have tried to sign him if they didn't have something else already in place going on. So his specific words were, my my understanding is that the long term. Uh, Here we go. Let me get it up. Wagwan people in the chat. Yo, James Russell, if you want to join, the link is in the chat. Just click on it. You can join. This is what Gunnerblog said. My understanding is there is no other there is another long-term midfield target for Arsenal preferred to Bruno. Question is whether short-term need and availability would trump that. It is going to be interesting few days. So this shows me that Arsenal clearly had something else in plan, something else going on, some other idea, and that is the reason why, most likely, why we went with him over somebody else. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. I actually think this window, I know, we haven't got to go in January and stuff, but I still think it is actually more of a priority for us to get a midfielder than to get a striker, in my own personal opinion. Um, Reason being that we literally just have two midfielders, you know, just in my opinion, that when they're available, okay, in Pate and Shaka, even though Shaka is kind of useless, but
Can I just
so
say this?
yeah,
Guys in the comment section that are freaking out, keep calm. Let's judge the window after February 1st. Let's not go crazy right now. Keep calm. Bruno Guimaraes has been there all window. Arsenal
yeah,
have looked at him all summer last summer. Clearly, if we have money to spend, if you connect the dots, as my guy Bav said, you can clearly see that he's not the main target. He's not the main target for Arsenal this summer. But yeah, shout out to James in the house. James, what's good?
Hi, Eagle. Big up yourself. I'm from Jamaica and stuff. So I
Shout
always
out
watch
to
your
you,
show
bro.
and stuff like that, and I like your content and stuff.
Big up to you, bro, all the way from Jamaica. What are you saying, Bruno Guimaraes to Newcastle? Are you quite upset that we're missing out, or do you not care? Because in my opinion, it's just another midfielder that we moved on from. I don't think we seriously went after him because there's no way you can tell me Newcastle's uh, Newcastle's a better position than us, or we can't spend the money that Newcastle spent because we're going to spend that on a striker.
Honestly, I keep track of most leagues, and I do watch Bruno Guimaraes, and I think he would be a perfect partner for Thomas Partey and an upgrade on Shaka. I am upset about it if he leaves and joins Newcastle because I think he could be that midfielder that we're missing at the moment.
Okay, okay, understood. Anyways, guys, so long story short, are you up? So in the comment section, let me know. Are you upset by putting an angry emoji that Bruno Guimaraes could be going to Newcastle, or are you okay with it by just putting a smiling emoji? Let me know in the chat. We got some people angry, so Semantics definitely angry. He's saying, "Why just trust PR?" What? I'm so confused. Mikel is doing overreacting. I'm so confused, bro. I don't get what you mean by that. But yeah, what are you saying beyond the post?
Yeah, I was just listening to the whole Bruno Guimaraes situation, but at the end of the day, I think it's just how things are going to be now with Newcastle. They are the big money players, and this is just like the start. And people need to just accept it. If a player chooses Newcastle, it's going to be because of their big project that is coming up, all the money that they have, and the money that they will start giving players.
yeah. But I
So
don't think that 33 million is a lot of money. If that's how much you're going to be paying for a midfielder, Arsenal should be able to match that. You know, if he's actually a target that they really want. 33 million for a player isn't, it shouldn't be out of Arsenal's scope to go get a midfielder in this window. Like the
not just the
club.
33 million.
Leon want the money up front, not the Bright House installment deal.
Yeah, and the other thing is they will give him a contract of maybe 5 or 6 million or 10 million and give him some massive bonuses in that contract. That Arsenal will not do.
Okay. Are you upset that we're missing out on the player? Let me know in the comment section. First of all, Natish, are you upset that we're missing out on Bruno Guimaraes?
Yeah, from what I've heard, I have seen people cry on Twitter over him that he's going to Newcastle possibly. So I think he's a very good player in that sense. But the main thing is we need to sign. Like it could happen, like it could be an Odegaard situation where we get in a player that no one else wants. We have him, and then we make something out of him. So I am not that upset about it, but I've seen people literally crying for him.
I don't think Newcastle is the best place for him personally. He's a player who's not that good defensively. His defensive deficiencies are visible, and he's going to a team that's going to need to defend a lot. So I don't know if it's a good idea going to Newcastle if you are a player who's not as good defensively. If you went to Arsenal where we have more possession, where we're going to be on the ball more often, it made sense. but for him going to Newcastle, it's going to be a negative to him. I feel like, and Newcastle, it's going to be to their benefit if they can find a way to use him where he's not as exposed defensively. But yeah, big up to all the Newcastle people in the chat. We can see there's some. We got one here. We got a Newcastle fan in the chat doing a thing. Are you blind? Question mark. What are you chatting about? Are you blind? Okay, but yeah, James, are you upset that we missed out on the player? No, you're on mute. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm upset, but what I was upset about why we didn't buy is Bissouma from Brighton. I thought he would be a perfect signing, and we don't buy him. We spent all of last season trying to buy Locatelli. We never get him. We don't get Neves. No, this just feel like another midfielder that we're missing out on. And currently we're light in midfield, and I just want to say a quality, not a panic buy, a quality signing comes through the door.
I hear you. All right, I'm just gonna move on quickly, guys. I'm just gonna mute you guys for this next part. I'm gonna be explaining who the other target is that Arsenal are linked to. Arsenal are linked to Raul de Thompson. Okay, Raul de Thompson is Arsenal's. Arsenal today have been linked to a transfer swoop for Raul de Thompson. You guys are probably wondering who on earth is Raul de Thompson. You know what? I'm going to explain everything to you guys in a second on who the player is, where he plays, what he is, and everything. If you could just please mute yourself, my brother. He plays for Espanyol in Italy. He is a striker, and he has been linked to Arsenal and a possible move to Arsenal this window. The story is that Arsenal are keen to get a striker. We've just failed on the Dusan Vlahovic deal, and this could be a deal that could get over the line quite easily. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta is looking to strengthen the squad. Espanyol are looking to get rid of the striker. He is 27 years old. Let me tell you guys more about the striker himself. Ruben Neves is 27 years old. He is a Spanish striker born in Spain. Okay, he's 27 years old. This season, he has 12 goals in 21 games in La Liga. Okay, he's been linked to Arsenal in the past 24 hours as of reports coming out of Spain. He's also linked to West Ham. Rumored has it that he costs 58 million. I don't think that's how much Arsenal would be willing to spend, though. Arsenal would want a loan with an option to buy for the player. To me, this seems like a panic buy. This seems like a player we have had no interest to, and this seems like a journalist linking us to this player is not as credible as we would like them to be. The report came from Sky Sports. Sky Sports have reported that Espanyol would be open to sell the player. The player would be open to make a move, and Arsenal would have to pay at least 50 million to get this striker in January. I don't know much about the striker. All I know is he plays for Espanyol. He's 27 years old. He's Spanish. This year he scored 12 goals in 21 games. Last season, in 14 games, he scored 4 goals. He doesn't seem like a prolific goal scorer. His market value currently is no more than 13 million. Why we'd be linked to a guy for 50 million makes no sense. And his contract runs out in 2026 at Espanyol. He seems like a Lucas Perez type signing. I don't want anything to do with him. And I think this is just BS. This is just BS. His statistics, somebody asked. He scored 4 goals last year in 14 games, and this season he has 12 goals in 21 games. But besides the point, I don't think we want anything to do with him. He's a former Real Madrid prospect. Not worth it. Isak is the real deal. Thank you. But yeah, we're just going to swiftly move past this one. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Anybody ever heard of this guy or anybody interested in signing Raul?
Not interested.
Not interested. James?
Why would we want this guy? You know what baffles me, and this really gets me upset because Arteta, like, he's very strict, and that's fine. And we have Aubameyang, he's not playing. Eddie Nketiah is not good enough, and
so thumbs
he's
down.
very strict. Yeah, and he's very strict on Aubameyang, and as a Xhaka make mistakes time and time after again, and he's always in the team. He costs us points, he costs us games, red cards, yellow cards, suspensions. And he's so lenient on Xhaka, I don't know why. If we buy this guy or get this guy on loan. It's better we keep Nketiah, which I don't rate, swallow your pride, Mikel Arteta, and bring back Aubameyang because I am sure Aubameyang is better than this guy.
Okay. People in the chat, let me know. Would you take Raul thumbs down or thumbs up? Nitish, final take. What are you saying? Raul.
Who the hell is he? I don't know him. I don't care.
Okay, keeping it simple. Who the hell is he? I don't know. I don't care. That's what he's saying about Raul. Let me know in the chat, guys. Big Gunner says no. Big no. Okay, so we keep it moving away from that transfer. I think that's definitely a no for
Would
most
you guys
people.
be surprised though if this is who we end up signing as a
I
striker?
would definitely be surprised if we end up going for Raul. That would be a shock to the system.
His numbers are worse than Lacazette's. Why will
His
you
numbers
sign
are
him?
worse than Eddie Nketiah.
Hey, but we're talking about our football club, yeah, Arsenal.
All right, let's move past it. Let's move past it. Alexander Isak. Let me give you guys the update on Alexander Isak. So the update with Alexander Isak's situation is that Arsenal Football Club. If you guys can mute yourselves, please. There's some background noise. Arsenal Football Club are looking to sign a striker this window, and a journalist named Dean Jones was on the Football Terrace yesterday, and he reported that Arsenal would find it very difficult to attract a player so late in the January transfer window, and also that Mikel Arteta would have to try hard to convince Alexander Isak to join Arsenal. He said specifically, Alexander Isak is not interested in moving to Arsenal, with Gunners eyeing the striker. That's what Dean Jones reported on the Football Terrace yesterday. Yesterday, Dean Jones on the Football Terrace said this. Arsenal has been, he has told the Football Terrace that he has been told that Alexander Isak is not interested in moving to the Gunners, with the Gunners eyeing a move for Real Sociedad striker Alexander Isak. I don't know what to think anymore. Honestly, I respect Dean Jones, and I believe his sources might have told him that, but I'm going to have to rewatch the video, because when I seen this, I kind of lost my head. What do you mean Alexander Isak does not want to join Arsenal? What do you mean by that? Because it's very hard to believe that he does not want to join Arsenal. It's very hard to believe that he does not want to join Arsenal. He's been linked to Arsenal for a long time. He's an Arsenal fan. You would think because of those things he would be interested in joining Arsenal. But reports say, could it be that Dean Jones was just saying it's going to be difficult for him to attract him in January, and he doesn't want to move in January? I'm going to have to rewatch that part of the video. But wow, that really hurt for a second, because it's like we've been after this guy, and for him to not be interested to move to Arsenal, what? I seen this going all over socials yesterday, that Alexander Isak's not interested in an Arsenal move, and I was like, it can't be. Surely it cannot be. But yeah, let's go to some of the panelists, and let's go to what you guys are saying in the comment section. What did you guys say in the comment section? Isak does not want to come to Arsenal, just like Dushan. Bro, Isak hype. Arsenal is not attracting youth players. I think he is not good enough yet. He wants to play Champions League football. Smash the like button, people. Let's get 200 people in the chat. Definitely do that. Iga, it's simple. These players want to play UCL football. We cannot guarantee them that. Arteta is not attracting or what? Sign Ivan Toney. Okay, guys, what are we saying? Talk to me.
I mean, it's very disappointing to hear that, because Vlahovic, with the whole Vlahovic thing, it almost sounds like it's almost the same thing all over again. Vlahovic, the agents and the player didn't even want to talk to Arsenal, and hearing this news it's disappointing, because we should be able to attract young players like this, but I think these players at the age that they're at, they also feel like they are of a certain caliber. And I agree with one of the comments. We don't necessarily guarantee Champions League football, so that's a problem. And most of these players are probably ready to make that step, to have Champions League football consistently, season after season. And if Arsenal can't guarantee that, and I just want to check the table to see where Real Sociedad is. They're currently sixth in La Liga. What if they finish around that position, and Arsenal also finishes around, fifth, sixth? He might not see the move as actually making a step in his career. It might just be like, oh, I'm going to another club. Right now, not saying that we're not a bigger, better club than Real Sociedad, but it's not necessarily progression, career wise. So, I hope it's not true. Maybe Arsenal can, they should try, obviously, to convince players. But yeah, maybe we just have to continue to do what we did with Tomiyasu, Ben White, go for players that are really good, but are not necessarily on the radar with other clubs that can compete, and get lucky that way. But hopefully it's not true. But yeah.
Guys, 1 second. Guys, Alexander Isak might not want to join Arsenal, but you guys can help me out by hitting that like button. Just hit that like button and let's get this going, because I'm very sad right now with this story, but you guys can make me a little bit happier with that like button being hit. Go ahead, James. What are you saying about Alexander Isak saying he does not want to join? He's not interested in joining Arsenal. You're on mute again. Let me just unmute you. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sad about the situation. Mr. Norton Vlahovic and no Isak. I don't know what to say, because I always said if we don't get Vlahovic, I would like Isak after. But missing out on two of them, that's hard. But Eagle, what do you think about Calvert-Lewin from Everton?
We're gonna get there in a second. Just hold on to that thought. Okay. What about you, Nitish? Final say on this before we move on. And guys, don't forget to hit that like button. We have over 114 people in the chat and only like 20 likes. What's going on? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, Dean Jones must have forgotten one crucial part that he didn't add. Isak doesn't want to come to Arsenal now because it's January. He doesn't know what's going to happen till the end of the season, whether we'll get Champions League football, whether we'll end up in the Europa League or we'll get none. That is the main factor. Same with Vlahovic. He's not going to take a risk to go to a club that is currently not in European football. They may or may not be next season. So they all want to see what will happen. The other thing is, right now, Arsenal needs a striker who will save their season. These guys don't want to be saviors. They're kids. They starting off a new season. Okay, anything can happen because it's your first season. You're starting off in the summer, and you get maybe a preseason. You get to train with the team and stuff. Coming into a team which is already expected to win games now because they're not scoring goals. The striker is expected to do a lot of things. So coming in at this point of time, the season is already halfway through, and expected to be the savior of the team, it's not going to happen. These guys are kids. Okay, maybe Vlahovic is a bit older than Isak, but they're still kids. They're still young, and this will be their first time in the Premier League. So it is setting them up for failure. Why will anyone take that risk right now? Maybe someone who's at a club in the Premier League which is not doing well, like in Everton, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, or maybe some of the other guys, maybe someone at Watford, or maybe like a Pookie. I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying get Pookie. I'm saying these guys will want to leave their clubs, knowing that their club may get relegated, unless obviously they're over passionate about it. So these are the kind of players that we can get to Arsenal right now, not these kind of kids who have no experience in the Premier League and will be thrown under the bus immediately.
Okay. The next comment here, love it. It brings me perfectly into my next topic. He says, I'm excited about Arthur Melo more than any other player. Melo will be the new Cazorla. Woo! Those are high praises, bro. I love Cazorla. I don't think Arthur Melo is going to be the next Cazorla, because Cazorla is one of a kind, bro. Cazorla is one of a kind. Respect Cazorla, bro. Cazorla was one of those guys, absolutely dominated. midfields, and he was one of the best players that we've had in a long time in that midfield. We haven't had a player like him since he's left. Shout out to Gazzola. But let's talk about Arthur Melo. Guys, Arthur Melo, how you guys feeling? Because in my opinion, Arthur Melo's deal, Arsenal have to be willing to improve the current terms of the deal. Arsenal don't want an 18-month loan. Juventus want an 18-month loan. In order for this to happen, it's going to have to be an 18-month loan. And that is the situation currently with Arsenal. We're going to have to accept a loan bid, pay his wages for 18 months in order for this deal to happen. And Arsenal might not be prepared to do that at this moment, but we might have to in order to get the deal done. So yeah, talk to me, guys. Arthur Melo to Arsenal. Are you interested? Don't forget, he is 5'7" midfielder who's versatile, that can play as a DM, central midfield in a double pivot as a deep line playmaker. He can play in so many different positions, but he has not played consistent minutes at Juventus. He's not played consistent minutes at Barcelona. He had disputes with Barcelona over how he was being used, and he now at Juventus doesn't suit their style of play. So what are we thinking, guys?
I think he's a really, really good player. I remember when he first signed for Barcelona, man, I was really impressed with how he played. Very simple, but very effective. Hardly loses the ball. I think even till today, like if you go check his stats, I'm pretty sure you will see like he hardly loses the ball. His pass accuracy is really good. I'm not quite sure if he makes sideways passes now. That's all he does, but when he was playing at Barcelona, he was really good. And then I'm not quite sure what happened, but things fell off. He went to Juventus. I think he also had some disciplinary issues at Barcelona. And knowing that and knowing the way Arteta is, I'm not quite sure if that's gonna work with Arteta, but we don't know. I don't think he's Arsenal's first or second choice midfielder that they want to get in the summer. So I can see why Arsenal are unwilling to make that deal. But also I think the player probably wants a situation where where he's trusted again, like coming to Arsenal for 6 months and then going back to Juventus where he knows he's not wanted is probably not what he wants. So I would prefer a midfield of Partey and Arthur to Partey and Xhaka. So if Arsenal can offer him a 1-year loan deal, I think they should do that and still go and get the target that they want, because I'll be perfectly fine to have him, Partey and somebody else in the summer rather than with Xhaka. Yeah.
Let me just stop you there, just because I'm short on time and I need to get to other guys also. We got a question here. I think Arsenal should sign Tielemans and play Partey as a deep line role. And striker Calvert-Lewin is perfect because of his aerial ability. We'll get on to Calvert-Lewin. Tielemans, as we've seen against Tottenham the other day, he might not be the best defensively, and he could be a liability defensively, where we need a complete midfielder, not just somebody who's going to be an attacking outlet only. So he's really good at controlling the pace of the game and doing everything, but he's not good defensively. He can do a lot of things, but he's not the best player defensively, so we got to worry about that. But yeah, I have my concerns over Tielemans.
Quick question: what type of midfielder do you guys think we need? Do we need a defensive midfielder?
Yes.
Do we need a box-to-box midfielder, or like
we don't need a box-to-box midfielder right now? We need a DM.
Then Arthur is definitely not who we need then.
I know, but Arthur is a stopgap. Go ahead, bro. What do you say, Natish, about Arthur?
Yeah, I think there should be no issue with the 18 months loan deal, because when we get a player for 6 months, at the end of it, we obviously say that we have not seen enough of him and we want him back again. So rather than that, get him for 18 months, and if he can do something, then keep him. If like buy him or whatever at the end, maybe agree another deal. But if he doesn't do anything, just get rid of him. So I think 18 months is not that much of a problem. His wages might have to be renegotiated. That is something that needs to be done. if he can work out for Arsenal, because Arteta has gotten rejects before, like Odegaard is a reject. If you see Real Madrid reject, he has produced something for us that he never did for Real Madrid. He looked decent at Real Sociedad, so he's done that. So if Arthur can do that as well, what he's done at his, you can say, during his initial days at Barcelona, and we can fit him into our system, I think it can work for us. So it's a
Okay.
loan deal. We are not spending any big money on him. And if Bruno Guimaraes is going to Newcastle, then why not?
Okay, that's safe. We're gonna get into all of that in a second. Do me a favor, guys, smash that like button. The next topic we're gonna talk about is quite interesting. But just before we do that, I just want to let you know, Tyrese Jones-Jules has successfully had his loan move to Sheffield Wednesday completed 24 hours ago. Just letting you guys know that. And now we're gonna talk about the next person. I'm going to put a link in the chat to ask you guys a question. The question is, would you take Luka Jovic on loan? Yes. Would you take Luka Jovic on loan? That is the question. I'm going to put the link to this in the chat. There's going to be a poll. If you guys could answer the poll, would be really nice. And also, while you're answering the poll, smash that like button also, because we have 108 people in the chat and you guys could easily get 100 likes on this video. But first, Luka Jovic. Would you like Luka Jovic on loan until the end of the season? Real Madrid striker who has played in Germany and was really doing well over there at Frankfurt before he came to Real Madrid, is now looked at as a possible Dusan Vlahovic alternative. Since Dusan Vlahovic has snubbed Arsenal and joined Juventus, Arsenal are now turning their attentions at a possible striker solution. And one of the solutions could be Alexander Isak, but unfortunately we can't get that deal over the line. Another one could be Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but a third option could be getting Luka Jovic in on a loan deal until the end of the season. Now, would you take Luka Jovic on loan till the end of the season? I want to know, guys, would you take Luka Jovic on loan until the end of the season? Is he the type of signing you guys would like to see Arsenal make? And yes or no in the comment section. At the moment, 64% are saying no. 64% of you are saying no, but 64% of you are saying yes. Only 11 people voted though. Come on, we have 124 people. You guys can vote. Hit that vote in the comment section right now. Let me know what you guys think. And while you guys are voting, also don't forget to hit that like button. We got 14 votes already. But yeah, go ahead, bro. What are you saying, Jonathan? I'll let you. No, actually, I'll let James go first. James, what do you think about this deal?
I don't want him. I used to watch him play in Germany at Frankfurt, and he was prolific there. From he went to Real Madrid, he's not having a good time. He's not starting any games. He's not doing much. I don't want him at Arsenal. I think instead of trying to get this guy, we'll mend back a relationship with Aubameyang and bring him back in the team. But I don't want Jovic.
Okay, Jonathan.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky because I think there's a player in there, but it's just I don't think he has the right mindset right now to bring a solution to our team. He's not been playing football for a while. I think the pressure got to him at Real Madrid, pressure and expectation, of that badge. I just don't think he's there mentally right now. I'm not looking for a player for us to help solve his issues. I want a player that will be able to come in and help the team. That's what we need. So I don't just for that reason, but I think he's talented. I really think he's very talented. But it's just the mindset, it's very, very mindset. The mindset of a player is extremely important. So I don't think that, we should get him just for that reason.
Okay. Beyond the post, finally, and just before we keep going on to the next topic, we currently have 23 votes in the comment section, and 52% say no, 48% say yes. Anyways, continue. Nitish, what are you saying?
Yeah, people who are saying no, do they have any hidden striker in a bag somewhere locked up who's just going to come out and start scoring goals? I mean, this guy, I know he has his issues, but he wants to make a move. he wants to move to Arsenal, if he's interested in coming to Arsenal, and we are not spending money elsewhere, we are not getting the Isaks and the Vlahovic, why will anyone say no to him? We already want to get rid of Eddie Nketiah if he's not signing an extension. If Lacazette is not going to extend, he's also going to go. Aubameyang has issues. He may also not be playing football for us again. So if all three of our strikers are going, and we have, whom do we have? We don't have a striker. If this guy wants to come on loan to our club, yes, he's not done great at Real Madrid, but Odegaard didn't do great at Real Madrid. So who cares about what they do at Real Madrid? If Arteta feels that he can fit in at Arsenal, he can do a job at Arsenal, he can give us goals at Arsenal, even if 5 goals till the end of the season, I'm happy with it.
People agree with your point, and I love it. Just before we move on, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. I'll tell you guys the results of the poll in a second. I want I don't want Ruben Neves. Is there an alternative? Tukameni, Declan Rice, Frankie De Jong, Calvin Phillips,
Busuma.
just to name a few possible signings. We could also go for Boubacar Kamara. There's so many guys we can
for
go for.
Neves, it's either Neves or Zakaria. It's no one else. Those guys have the same mold. I don't think there is a third player who will play like Neves, like sit deep and make those passes and can replace Xhaka. So I think it's either one of those. It's either them or it's no one else right now, because we have enough box-to-box players.
We could go for Zakaria also. Definitely do agree. Okay, guys, in the comment section, we're going to wrap this question up. Dominic, the next one. So the poll has ended. 26 votes for Luka Jovic. 26 votes about if Luka Jovic would if you'd like Luka Jovic on loan. 54% have said no. So the no's have won. 57% have voted no. So the no's have won. The no's have won for today. We keep it moving on to the next topic, guys. The final topic of today's video. Dominic Calvert-Lewin to Arsenal. Yes, Dominic Calvert-Lewin to Arsenal. Now let me explain. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has been linked to Arsenal on numerous occasions throughout this transfer window. Now, with the whole situation happening currently with Dominic Calvert-Lewin possibly coming to Arsenal is because we have tried to go for Vlahovic and failed. We have tried to go for Isak and there's not enough time to get that deal over the line and broker it. We've tried to do a lot of things, and we're now being linked to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, as reported by David Ornstein. Arsenal have been linked with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Everton would value him around 50 to 60 million. Arteta has reportedly traveled to Denver to have a face-to-face meeting with Stan Kroenke. Could this mean he went over there to have a face-to-face meeting with the Kroenkes in order to possibly try to get funds for a striker? And could that striker be Dominic Calvert-Lewin? These are some of the speculative rumors, but the actual report is Dominic Calvert-Lewin has been on Arsenal's target list throughout this whole time. They viewed Dominic Calvert-Lewin as one of the options for the striker with Dusan Vlahovic and Isak. So if Dusan Vlahovic and Isak are off the table, we could go for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Now, my question to you guys is, would you like to go? Would you take Dominic Calvert-Lewin at Arsenal? Would you take Dominic Calvert-Lewin at Arsenal? Yes or no? Would you take Dominic Calvert-Lewin at Arsenal? Yes or no? That is a question I asked you guys. That is a question I want to have answered. If Dominic Calvert-Lewin is the guy to take us forward, would you take Dominic Calvert-Lewin at Arsenal? Let me know right now in the comment section. The poll has been put out there, and I will let some of the boys answer first. Nitish, what do you think?
So someone said Dominic Calvert-Bellerin.
Anyways, go ahead. They're referring to the fashion model stuff. But yeah, what are you saying?
Not at this point. Not right now. He has just come back from an injury. He's done nothing at Everton this season. If he can contribute and do something till the end of the season, yes, I can understand. I would rather take a player on loan. If he's ready to come on loan, I am okay with it. Why will we put 50-60 million on a player who's just not even fully fit right now? I don't think he is, because he's not playing that well for Everton. I don't like Richarlison, but right now Richarlison will be a better buy, unfortunately, from Everton than Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Injured also.
Yeah, he is again, but at least he has done something in this season. He has shown form. Their best player right now attacking is Damari Gray. But anyways, the thing is, so Dominic Calvert-Lewin, 50, 60 million at this point of time, no. I don't want to spend that kind of money right now. If he can score some goals till the end of the season and get back his form, then definitely. No other club apart from Arsenal is even linked with him right now because he's not done anything this season. He's been injured all the time.
Manchester United was linked to him, just so you know, when Ollie was in charge. Go ahead, Jonathan, and then I'll let James go next.
Yeah, because of how much they're saying this deal will cost, I know for a fact that Arsenal won't do it. Because he's injured. If he was playing already and scored some goals and all of that, then I would see it. But just if it's gonna cost Arsenal 50 or 60 million, I don't see the club um doing the deal, you know, for an injured player in January. Um yeah, and has he even played this season? Has he played any games?
Yeah, barely a couple of games or so. Not
Yeah,
much. He just came back.
yeah. So, yeah, I don't see it at all. Like I think it's a good summer target. I'm glad that this window, or the summer window, there will be strikers available, good alternatives if we don't get our first target. It's a good thing to know that Isak is going to be available. If he doesn't leave to another club in January, and also Dominic. Um, but and also there's the other guy, the Jonathan guy that plays in France. I don't know his other name. So yeah,
Jonathan,
like yeah, so there are options. They're decent options, but if I'm being honest, I feel just based off of his style of play, I think it will work well with the current crop of attackers that we have at Arsenal. But we have to wait and see what it looks like when he playing for Everton, and just based off of that and the price tag, I don't see us doing it in January. Yeah.
okay, let me just stop everybody there. We got a super chat. I don't even know what he's referring to, but he's saying, "What the f is this banner? You are what banner you have? Embarrassing. What banner are you talking about? I'm so confused. Please clarify what you're talking about." Mbappe boy, 1999, and I'm assuming that's your age. So yeah, whatever. Continue. James, what do you think?
My feelings are in. I like him as a player. I think Everton going through a bad patch right now, so we can't use that and judge him. But I've seen him over the past couple of seasons, and I like him as a player. He's good, he's strong, he's good in the air, and he's a penalty box predator. And I think if he comes to Arsenal with Smith Rowe and the other guards and we make a couple additions, he would be a very good striker for us. I am not saying that he should be our number one choice because in the summer we'll have better options, but I don't have a problem if we get in Calvert-Lewin because currently he's better than who we have at the club.
Hmm. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. What do you guys what are you saying for what are you saying for Dominic Calvert-Lewin? If he's 50, 60 million, is it a no because of the price tag, or is it of because you don't think it's gonna happen in January? Let me know, guys.
The
Hello?
other thing, sorry, the other thing is also that, say, suppose Lacazette extends his contract, Arsenal
He's
gives him an
not.
extension, he signs. I'm just
He's
giving an
not.
example. If they agree to Lacazette's terms, because Aubameyang doesn't look like coming back into the team, they need a leader up front. We don't have any experienced striker so far. If suppose they don't sign anyone permanently now, maybe they go for a loan deal and then they push Lacazette to extend. And at the end of the season, then they have one striker that they can buy. So if that is the case, I don't think they'll buy another one who will be like Lacazette. Or Lacazette being the captain, you must have seen in the last 2 or 3 games, he's played the full 90 minutes. They don't replace him. They just push him back. Either they push him a bit behind in the midfield and someone else plays forward, or they just continue playing him up front. So Lacazette being the captain, that is another issue that may come up. And then they may not go for such kind of a striker. They may go for another Aubameyang, you can say molded striker, who likes to run around on the flanks or who carries the ball around. That is another factor. Yeah.
Let me just stop you there. The best looking Spaniard I know, Banner, I do not promote that. It's just banter though, but I don't promote it. I don't want Isak because he might struggle like Pepe. Interesting. What do you guys think about Douglas Luiz? Arsenal are supposedly linked to Douglas Luiz today. Just quick question. What do you guys think about Douglas Luiz? Would you take him?
No, I think they're better options in midfield.
No. Okay. What about you? What about you, James?
I think he's decent, but as that guy said, there's way better options in midfield than Douglas Luiz.
Okay. What about you, Nitish?
If you want to make good money, you can bet on him getting a yellow card every game.
Reports state that Mikel Arteta has worked with him at Manchester City, really likes his style of play, and thinks he would be a good upgrade on what we currently have in our midfield. And if he did come to our midfield, guys, let's be honest, big upgrade on Xhaka. Walks into our midfield immediately, and he would be a good midfielder for us. He's killing it at Aston Villa. He's been absolutely doing amazing things at Aston Villa. And if he did come, I would love him. Brazilian Xhaka, minus the red cards, says Oracle. Oh, shit, you guys don't like him. I should have signed Douglas Luiz and McGinn last season, says my guy, Semantics. The price tag is outrageous for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Kind of money Arsenal is just depressed. Oh, they just keep Aubameyang at this point. Okay. Well, yeah, guys, you already know what it is. The Kitty G on EGTV. Pretty much gone through everything we need to talk about. So you guys have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. Shout out to Nitish for coming on, James and Jonathan. Thank you, guys. I'm going to be wrapping up the video now, but thank you guys for coming on, and have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day, guys. You already know what it is. The Kitty G on EGTV, and we're out, guys. Peace.